Jungkook's voice was shaking, then Jimin froze. The hospital secret they didn't want you to know about Taehyung, he didn't want you to know, but I can't keep lying. With those 9 trembling words, Jungkook didn't just shatter the silence in the hospital room, he shattered the illusion that everything was fine. What was once dismissed as a minor rest period following Taehyung's military discharge has now erupted into one of the most emotionally charged moments in BTS history. This isn't a comeback. This is a confrontation with reality. Behind white hospital walls, in a room no camera can enter, 3 men, Jungkook, Jimin, and Taehyung, are rewriting what it means to love, protect, and break. The smile that fooled everyone. Taehyung's disappearance from the spotlight just days before the chaos began. The world watched as Kim Taehyung, V of BTS, wrapped up his final military duties. He stood tall, saluted, and smiled. But what the cameras didn't catch was how long he stayed in the base infirmary afterward. Or how the car that picked him up didn't head home, but toward a hospital HYBE never named. The official statement was vague. Taehyung is resting following fatigue related to military training. But HYB fans aren't new to coded PR language. And this time, something felt wrong. Fans immediately noticed discrepancies. Taehyung's weight had visibly dropped. His posture was guarded. His smile, while still soft, didn't touch his eyes. He looked distant, as if part of him was still back on the training grounds, or somewhere deeper, darker. The rainy day that changed everything. On a rainy Wednesday, Jungkook arrived at the hospital in a black hoodie and mask. Staff who recognized him said he refused security escort. He just kept his head down, one nurse recalled. He looked like someone walking into a funeral. Jimin entered not long after, straight from a closed-door brand event. It had been his first off day in weeks, but when he heard where Jungkook was, he changed his plans. They hadn't expected to cross paths. But when they did, inside that quiet, sterile hospital room, it was Jungkook who spoke first. That he looked at Taehyung's fragile body on the bed, hooked to machines that beeped every few seconds. His lips trembled. Then the words came out, barely a whisper. Hyung doesn't want anyone to know. But it's getting worse. Jimin didn't answer at first. He just stared at Jungkook, processing what he had just heard. And then, a second blow came. He cries when you're not here. Those 7 words changed everything. Jimin fell into the chair beside the bed, completely silent. One slow tear ran down his cheek. In a room filled with quiet beeping and fluorescent lights, 2 of BTS's closest members were frozen by a truth they weren't prepared to face. Why didn't Jimin know? The letter that should never have been shared. Fans everywhere are asking the same question Jimin must have asked himself in that moment. Why didn't he tell me? According to a HYBE staff member who has since leaked sensitive details to Korean media, Taehyung wrote a handwritten letter months ago, just before being transferred to his final military assignment. The letter was addressed to Jungkook. If anything ever happens to me, it read, don't tell Jimin right away. He carries too much already. Let him breathe first. The letter went on to explain how Taehyung knew Jimin would worry, lose sleep, maybe even blame himself. He didn't want that. He wanted to protect him, even from himself. Jungkook honored that request for as long as he could. But the moment he saw Taehyung's 3rd medical report, and heard the doctors mention the phrase, deteriorating functions, he broke. What is Taehyung really suffering from? HYBE's statement simply referred to general fatigue, but insiders say the truth may be far more serious. Multiple nurses and 1 attending physician, speaking off record, have described symptoms that go far beyond stress. Chronic muscle inflammation, sudden dizzy spells, severe migraines, autoimmune markers showing elevated risk, intermittent unconsciousness. One nurse described a night that shook her. Taehyung woke up gasping. His hands were shaking. But when he saw Jungkook, he tried to smile. It was heartbreaking. A former military doctor, who served in the same division as Taehyung, told Korean media, the conditions soldiers face, especially those with hidden pre-existing conditions, can trigger autoimmune complications. If V was already ignoring symptoms before enlistment, the training could have accelerated it. No diagnosis has been made public. But the signs are there. And the silence from HYBE is deafening. Jimin's silent vigil, and the voice in the night. Since hearing the truth from Jungkook, Jimin has not left Taeyoung's hospital room. Not once. He missed his ad campaign shoot. He cancelled a recording session. He turned off his phone. One staff member said he refused a guest bed and chose to sleep on the floor, but the most haunting moment came late one night, when a nurse checking vitals heard soft murmuring, "Don't close your eyes again, that I'm here. Don't go where I can't follow." Jimin was talking in his sleep. And yet, even unconscious, he was holding Taeyoung's hand. The other members know, they just won't say it out loud. Jungkook isn't the only one who knows something is wrong. Sources have confirmed quiet, somber visits from several other members. Namjoon exited the hospital 2 days earlier. His eyes were swollen behind his sunglasses. He made no statement. Jin, recently discharged, visited late at night through the staff entrance. He stayed for less than an hour and didn't speak to press. Suga posted a cryptic message on Weverse. Even steel has a breaking point. J-Hope, still serving, has allegedly requested a special leave to visit Taeyoung. Sources say he was denied but continues to ask. All of them are staying silent publicly. But their actions speak louder than any statement. What happens now? Is this the end of an era, or the start of something deeper? In the eyes of the public, BTS is untouchable, larger than life, immune to pain. But in that hospital room, everything is human. Taeyoung isn't just a member of BTS. He's a brother. A son. A friend. A boy who once stood on stage and told the world, "I purple you," now lies quietly fighting a battle no one expected. An army. They're watching. They're waiting. And they're holding their breath. Will HYB speak out? Will Taeyoung recover fully? Or is this the start of a new, more fragile chapter in BTS's story? One thing is clear, the bond between Jungkook, Jimin, and Taeyoung has just been rewritten, not through lyrics or performances, but through tears, silence, and the kind of love that doesn't ask for the spotlight. Epilogue. A message left on the hospital window. On the third day of Jimin's stay, a nurse reportedly walked in to find him cleaning the window with a cloth. When asked why, he simply said, "He used to say he liked the light, that I just want him to see it when he wakes up." And maybe that's what ARMY needs to remember now. Even in silence, even in darkness, the light is still there.